Okay, we're going to take notes on page 12 for distributive property. We talked about how distributive property is to pass something out. So we're going to go ahead and label, if you have not already, the title of this page. Again, this is on page 12. And I know one of our classes we had you write something, but I'm going to tell you to make sure you have this on your paper. Distributive property is to multiply the outside number by each term inside the parentheses. And we're going to highlight. We're going to highlight each term, if you have a highlighter, and we're going to highlight inside. Is to multiply the outside number by each term inside the parentheses. And another thing I want you to add on here is distributive means to pass out. Pass out. Okay, that's distributive. So when we are looking at the example, we're going to see what are we passing out when it comes to math. With distributive in the real world, you have like your Amazon trucks and your HEB trucks, and they pass out groceries and supplies to different stores or different retailers. For here, we're passing out numbers. So go ahead and write this example down. 2 is on the outside, 3 plus 1 is on the inside of the parentheses. And we're going to solve this using the distributive property. Notice that I could use order of operations here. I could use PEMDAS, and I could add the inside terms, 3 plus 1, which is 4, and then I could multiply that 2 times 4 and get 8. But for this example, we're going to use the distributive property, and we're going to multiply the outside number by each term inside the parentheses. Another important thing to note is that we are multiplying with distributive property. So we show it with an arrow, and I'm going to distribute this outside number to the 3. Remember that with the parentheses separating a number, it's multiplication. With our distributive property, we're using multiplication. So I'm really doing, and what you're going to write is 2 times 3 plus, and then I'm going to distribute the 2 to the 1 because we have to distribute it to each term inside the parentheses. And the operation here is multiplication, 2 times 1. I'm going to put these in parentheses so it looks nice. It's just holding the 2 times 3 and the 2 times 1, and this is addition. 2 times 3 is 6. I'm going to bring down the plus sign, and 2 times 1 is 2. And then we add 6 plus 2, which is 8. All right, go ahead and write down this next example right here. 4 times 3 plus 2. And we are going to use the distributive property to solve this. We're going to use the arrows. So I'm distributing the outside number to every term, each term inside the parentheses, one at a time. So this is 4 times 3, write it down, plus, I'm using my arrows to show that I'm distributing that 4 to this 2, and that's going to be 4 times 2. Write it down. Okay, so now we use order of operations, pretty much, multiplying before we add. 4 times 3, which is 12, plus 4 times 2, which is 8. And then we do 12 plus 8, which is 20. Okay. Next example. We're going to have 9 on the outside, and then we're going to have 3 plus 4 on the inside of the parentheses. We are using the distributive property, and that means to multiply the outside number by each term inside the parentheses. We show the multiplication with an arrow. We're doing 9 times 3. I'm going to write out what I'm doing, you too. 9 times 3 plus, all right, 9 times 4. Okay, so now we're distributing the 9 to the 4, and we're going to write that down, 9 times 4. And then we're going to multiply that 9 times 3. I can use my hands. 1, 2, 3. Tuck that third finger, and you have 27. Plus, and then you're going to do 9 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tuck the fourth finger. 36. Write that down. And then we're going to add 27 plus 36. 7 plus 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Plus 1 more is 13. 3, 4, 5, 6. 63. Okay, I hope you're following these steps, and more practice is to come.